Let's talk about HR Bill 5717. Now, I'm not a lawyer, so if you're looking for legal advice, please contact the appropriate professional. I'm not an expert on laws or political proceedings. I just read this bill or parts of it, and this is my opinion based on what I saw. Now, this is a bill that was just introduced to the House of Representatives, and it hasn't gone through yet. But it is a bill that claims to end the epidemic of violence and build safe communities by strengthening federal firearms laws and supporting gun research, intervention, and prevention initiative, or short titled Gun Violence Prevention and Community Safety Act of 2020. Now, this bill does a lot of things, a lot of the standard stuff, expanding background checks, preventing guns from getting in the hands of people with mental illness, trying to close the gun show loophole, a lot of the standard stuff. But a big thing that it does is introducing a federal firearms license that would be required to own guns, buy guns, own ammunition, and buy ammunition. So that's one big thing that's pretty scary. And it's a really long bill. You can find it on Congress.gov and read it for yourself. I haven't read it all. It's like 500 something pages long. I just sort of clicked through some of the highlights to see the things that I wanted to see right off the bat. And maybe I'll find time to read it all, but so far I haven't. Now, I was reading through at first, and it seemed like the assault weapons ban, which is Title V, Assault Weapons and Firearms Silencers and Mufflers Ban, subtitle A, just sort of lists all the weapons that would be defined as semi-automatic assault weapons. And the first time I read it through, I thought, it's the standard stuff, AR-15s, AK-47s, any clones of that. And then I read it through again, and I realized that that's actually applying to a lot of guns, almost every gun that I own currently. So let's see. Subtitle A defines semi-automatic as a firearm that uses a portion of the force of the cartridge to extract the old shell and chamber a new one, basically, paraphrasing here. So that's any autoloader, like an autoloading pistol, an AR-15, a Mini 14, anything that uses the blowback from the round to chamber the next round is going to be defined as semi-auto. So that won't include revolvers. It won't include lever action or bolt action rifles, but most guns on the market would be defined as semi-auto. Then it goes on to define semi-auto assault weapons as in the case of rifles anyway, any rifle now this is important, it's not any rifle with a pistol grip, any rifle with a forward grip, it's any rifle with the capacity to accept a pistol grip, forward grip, folding, telescoping, or detachable stock, a grenade launcher, a threaded barrel, 11 plus round fixed magazine, anything that makes it faster to shoot is what I wrote down here. Basically any kind of device like a bump stock, binary trigger, anything that makes shooting it faster without turning it into a machine gun. And it also goes on to define semi-automatic assault pistols as any semi-automatic pistol that has the capacity to accept a threaded barrel, a second pistol grip, a barrel shroud, a magazine outside of the pistol grip, semi-automatic version of a fully automatic pistol, a weight more than 50 ounces, stabilizing brace, it goes on. I stopped reading, honestly, after threaded barrel, that when I realized that they're going to ban any weapon with the capacity to accept a threaded barrel. That's when I really got freaked out. So I've got every gun that I have in my house right now is right here, so let's go through them all. This is an FNX 45. It has a threaded barrel. So if this bill passes, this gun is out. This is a Walther P22, which is a 22 caliber autoloading pistol. It only has a 10 round magazine, but it has the capacity to accept a threaded barrel. This model here doesn't have a threaded barrel, but it could. I just need to buy the threaded barrel adapter and add it. So that one would be out. This is a Glock 48. It does not have a threaded barrel, but I can buy a threaded barrel for it and put it in very easily. So it has the capacity to accept a threaded barrel. This is a Glock 43. It's a very small self-defense pistol. It only has a 6+1 capacity. Actually, mine has 7+1 because I added this little extension. But, you can buy a threaded barrel for it, so this has the capacity to accept a threaded barrel. This is my girlfriend's Glock 26. Also, no threaded barrel, but you can buy one for it. It has the capacity to accept one. Down here, this is an AR-15 pistol. Now, this gun literally hits, I think, every single no-no on the list of what defines a semi-automatic assault pistol. Uh, it has a forward grip on it. It has a magazine outside of the pistol grip. It has a pistol grip, which I guess doesn't apply to the pistols. It has a stabilizing brace. It has a barrel shroud, the M-LOK handguard, which has the capacity to accept a grenade launcher. It has a threaded barrel, but it currently has a just a little muzzle brake attached to it. I mean, everything about this gun would be illegal if this bill passes. So that leaves me with one single gun in my house right now that would not be banned, and that's this 6-shot 357 revolver, which I usually keep in my glove box, and I don't even have a holster to carry with. And then back home, I have some guns at my parents' house, and among them, I think my Savage 320 shotgun would still be legal because it only accepts 5 rounds in the magazine, and it doesn't have a forward grip. My Remington 870, however, would be illegal because it accepts 6, so that's one of the things that's listed for assault shotguns. It would be an assault shotgun if it can accept more than 5 rounds. I've got a Mosin Nagant. It only accepts 4+1, so that one would be good, I guess. And I also have a Remington 700 270 Win hunting rifle, which accepts 4+1 also, so that one would be good. But my Smith & Wesson MP22 would be gone. Any other AR-15s? I also have a North American mini revolver at home and a .38 special revolver at home that would be good. So basically, any hunting rifle and revolver or hunting shotgun that I own would be still acceptable under this bill. Now, is this bill going to pass? Somehow I doubt it, but it's a very aggressive piece of legislation, so I mean, we shouldn't just sit back and not be concerned about it. I think that we should contact our representatives as much as possible, write letters, call in. I'm going to draft a letter to my representatives here in Tennessee as soon as I can and send it in. But one thing that concerns me most about it is they're trying to push this through during this whole coronavirus pandemic, which is pretty underhanded and it's low. Everyone's concerned about being safe and being healthy, and maybe they're thinking that people aren't really thinking about guns right now. Obviously they are. People are buying guns like they're going out of style, which apparently they are going out of style, and you can't find ammunition anywhere. The price gouging is out of hand. I'm very thankful that I bought all the guns and ammunition I needed several months ago, so I haven't been panic shopping for ammunition. Now, I'm not a lawyer, so if you're looking for legal advice, please contact the appropriate professional. I'm not an expert on laws or political proceedings. I just read this bill or parts of it, and this is my opinion based on what I saw. It's very scary to think that they're trying to push this bill through, and somehow they're going to justify it as being constitutional. The Supreme Court case, the Heller case, already ruled an assault weapons ban is unconstitutional, so I'm not sure how they're going to overturn that. Maybe they'll do the same thing they did with automatic assault weapons, which is they don't ban them, but just put heavy restrictions on them. You have to pay a lot of money, you get all this licensing to own them. If this passes, basically every gun that anybody carries or shoots would be made illegal, except for, the old people that are still carrying their 6-shot 357 revolver. Now, there were some clauses which allowed for grandfathering in, so I think that if you own all these weapons already, then you're grandfathered in at the point where the bill gets passed into law. But it would severely limit access from here on out to all these guns, which, as Americans, we have a right to have assault weapons, not for self-defense and not for hunting, but to provide for the security of a free state against a tyrannical government. So we need to do everything we can to push back against this bill because it is it is depriving us of our constitutional right. A lot of Democrats or gun grabbers or liberals, whatever, they say, oh, we're not trying to step on your right to bear arms. We just want to get these dangerous weapons out of your hand. Mostly assault weapons. They don't want us to have AR-15s based on the fact that we have 40,000 plus gun deaths a year. So at first I was thinking this assault weapons ban isn't going to do anything for the gun statistics. I mean, the bill's called the Gun Violence Prevention and Community Safety Act. So I'm thinking, it's not really going to do anything for these these statistics because only 390 rifle deaths occurred in 2017 and 297 in 2018. But then when I reread through it and saw that they were going to actually ban basically every gun that anybody owns, that maybe it will have more of an effect than I was originally thinking. So if you haven't got a chance to read through it, or just watch some videos. I'm sure there's lots of videos coming out from the gun people talking about this, talking about what you can do to prevent it. But the number one thing is just contact your representatives and let them know that we're not going to sit still for this. We don't want an assault weapons ban in this country. We have a right to own assault weapons, and we want to retain that right. So thanks for listening to me rant about H.R. Bill 5717. Go check it out and write your congresspeople.